Gentlelady from New York, Ms. Velázquez is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Right here.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for being here, Chairman Powell. Property insurance rates are becoming prohibitively expensive or inaccessible for homeowners and developers in my community. The FSOC's annual report identifies property insurance rates as an increasing risk, and I recently raised this issue with Secretary Yellen. Is the Fed monitoring the rising cost of insurance and its impact on macroeconomic?
Well, we'll pause the clock. You can have staff take a look at the microphone.
We
The
need to
clock being frozen is out of respect for Ms.
Stop it.
Velázquez, or out of good luck, I'm not sure.
the clock.
But we'll get staff to listen. We'll just suspend for a moment.
We need to invest in infrastructure for this committee.
Yes. Well, we're trying to do electronic voting, and
This is not voting.
no, it's hard enough to just get the microphones to work. Madam Clerk, thank you. Thanks. So all the photographers have left, so the awkward photos for Trish will be less awkward. We're good. Any luck? We're getting a new mic. It may not be better, but it's a different one. Let's just restore our time. Not quite yet.
This one might be back. Oh, this one's back. Now this one's back. Okay, great. Doesn't want to be replaced. Okay. So,
All right, we'll start over. We're going to restore the clock. Thanks for members' indulgence. Ms. Velázquez, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
So, Mr. Chairman, I was asking you about the property insurance rates are becoming prohibitively expensive or inaccessible for homeowners and developers in our community. The FSOC's annual report identifies property insurance rates as an increasing risk, and I recently raised this issue with Secretary Yellen. Is the Fed monitoring the rising cost of insurance and its impact on macroeconomy?
so yes, we are very much aware of increases in insurance, including property insurance, and it's been adding meaningfully to inflation. It's not something we have any control or authority over. Same is true of auto insurance. They're just insurance generally prices have gone up a lot.
So when we talk about the lack of affordability when it comes to housing, the insurance, the rising cost of insurance is an important factor that is affecting the availability of affordable housing in our communities. And I hope that there are some discussions among the Fed because it is an increasing risk and it's going to have a direct impact on our economy. Chairman Powell, I know you spoke with Chairman McHenry a little bit on inflation and interest rates. Can you explain what evidence you're looking for before inflation has returned to 2% and interest rates can be cut?
Sure. So we're not looking for inflation to go all the way down to 2%. That's not what we're looking for. What we want is just more evidence that will give us more confidence that inflation is on a path down to 2% sustainably. So that will come in the form of good inflation readings, really. We want to see, just a bit more evidence so that we can be confident. We don't want to have a situation where it turns out that the 6 months of good inflation data we had last year, that didn't turn out to be an accurate signal of where underlying inflation is. So we're just being careful, and because the economy is so strong and the labor market's so strong, we think we can and should be careful as we approach that decision.
And when you say evidence, what evidence? If there's anything?
So just more, we'd like to see more good, relatively low inflation readings. We're not looking for better inflation readings than we've had. We're just looking for more of them. And what will happen is, that as we go forward, the 12-month inflation will continue to drop because it'll be lower than early last year.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I would like to pick up on where Ms. Tlaib left off and reiterate the importance of the rulemaking on Section 956. This is an issue that I also raised with Vice Chair Barr, Chairman Grunberg, Acting Comptroller Sue, and I told them when they came before this committee that I will be asking for a status update on the rulemaking at every future hearing because it's well past time, 12, 13, 14 years. If you are employed in a company and you are given a task, I will think that you will be fired if you don't get it done, and it has taken 12 long years. So you are the chairman of the Fed. How is the Fed working with other agencies to propose the rule?
So there's a lot going on in regulation at the Fed right now. My understanding on 956 is that there have been discussions between the regulatory agencies, and I think it's not 3, I think it's more like 6 agencies that have to agree.
I know.
I have not seen a proposal. I think something is under consideration, but it's not something that's gotten to me yet.
I will ask the next time, and believe me, I'll be here.
Great.
Thank you.
Julie, you'll